Hi guys, welcome. I am so excited for tonight's episode. We are going to be joined very soon by Marina Squerciati. I'm so excited. She is obviously a huge part of the Wolf entertainment world from Chicago PD. Let me introduce myself. I am Emily Longretta. I am the senior entertainment editor at Us Weekly, and I am hosting all of these episodes. I'm so excited. We have some really great stuff coming up. Marina is on now, so I am going to add her because I know that's who you guys are really here for. So if you just give me 1 minute, let me see what I can do here for you. In your questions, because we are going to be having some really good ones. I know you guys have a lot to ask here. So Marina should be on any second and we will get going on this. Marina! Hello!
Why does my face have to be like with all the words on it? Like,
honestly, I don't. I wish that I could change it. I would do that.
It's like, put your face with the words. I want my face with the words.
Cheers.
Oh, wait. That's what they were talking about. People were talking about the kitty cat glass. It's yours.
So I have like 12 different ones. I'm just going to change them out.
You have 12 different kitty cat glasses?
I'm at my parents' house, so you know that's what happens. How are you doing? Where are you quarantining?
I am quarantining in my apartment. I'm currently hiding from a toddler who's being put to bed. So I'm like pretending I'm in a cool location. I read this article on the New York Times. It's like how to look better on like these things.
Right.
And it's like have a neutral background. And basically I'm in the bathroom hiding. I'm going to show you, even though I wasn't going to do this. I'm literally on the side of a tub.
Oh,
trying to look cool.
You're like, this is the only white wall in the house.
Yeah. I was like, only white wall, hiding from my daughter, who screams you will hear shortly. Drinking wine, and wait. I have homemade brownies too. Real close.
You came ready. You were so ready.
Oh, let's do this.
Let's do this. We already have so many questions because people have been dying to talk to you, obviously.
Okay.
I want to start with, let's see. How do you feel about Berserk reconciling?
But they didn't. That's the crazy thing. I see all these tweets. They didn't reconcile. Like that's what I called the showrunner. So I think I told you, which I don't know. A lot of our fans don't know is that. So when you get a script, the first pages are white, and then edits come in, and those are blue, and then new edits come in, then green, and then yellow. So you get different pages. So in the white pages, the first version of the script, my character was Ruzek. So I was the one going on a date, and he was the one asking me out. And in the second version of the script, we swapped, and I was like, hey, you want to go out? And he was like, no, I can't. I'm going on a date. But the showrunner, when I called him asking about it, he was like, oh, no, they're not together. They just realized that they both love each other and are ready to be there for each other, but they're not together yet.
Okay. So do you think in the future, maybe, we know this season's going to be cut short. Tomorrow night's the finale, but it wasn't originally the finale. Do we think that maybe in the future, though, that could happen? I know for a while you guys have been saying, you know, maybe, but not yet.
They're in a good place now, for sure. They like smiled at each other. Actually, I was like, all right, Burgess, chill out. Like I was real smiley. Burgess, I was like, play it cool. Never played it cool in my life, but I was like, come on, relax. Just like play hard to get. I was like, okay, I'll go with you.
I love it. Yeah, you're like, dinner? Sure, absolutely. Let's do it. I know people are commenting like, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. And I'm like, I know, I needed to ask you about it because I knew that you wanted to explain.
Yeah. It's like, it's a moving target. I just think it looked a little bit more like a relationship. I think it's the dinner aspect of it, going to dinner. But I really tried to play the scene where they were at the bar. Like she was cool with it because she wanted. And then I found the scene in the car being like, I know you're sleeping with her. I really tried to take the edge off of it because it's really hard as a woman to say to another guy, like, I know you're sleeping with a girl, but it's cool, totally cool. Like I really tried to make it like, hey, I just want you to know that I know, not to make it awkward, not to be like, whatever.
Totally. It's completely fine.
Am I supposed to answer people's questions too? Because this is a lot is happening.
There's a lot. I'll pretty much guide through. I'm picking out some good questions.
Like when someone just texted me a bunch of Brazil flags. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
We have people from Brazil.
Oh, okay. Go Brazil. Is that a question?
So
like, is Brazil a country? I mean, like, what's happening? Like,
I don't know anything about. Don't ask me about geography. I don't know about that. I would say I do TV. I don't know anything else. One question I'm getting this at almost every interview we do on here is, what do you have in common with your character personally?
I feel like I was more like Burgess season 1, like in season 2, like more spunky and more like ridiculous, and now she's like, brr. And
She's a little angry now.
She's had a lot happen to her. She's been shot in the face like 2 times. Like that's enough to make somebody a little, angry.
Absolutely.
I think that in those lighter moments, I come out a little bit more, like the scene against the locker of the last episode. Like that's a little bit more me, and old Burgess popping out. But now Burgess is very much not like me.
Yeah, totally. Who is your favorite person that makes you laugh the most?
I don't know who that was. Okay, what?
Person that makes you laugh the most on set.
Person that makes me laugh the most. Oh my God, everybody. Maybe like I feel like Patty, like I giggle, and like Jesse, it's like an evil laugh. Like Jesse, it's like we get like oh, it's I like laughing evil, and then Patty, it's like more like goofy.
Yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people are asking. Obviously, she went through a lot this season with the baby storyline. How you got through it personally when you were shooting it?
So it was so hard. It was one of the hardest. And the thing is about, so in the scene with the bathtub, the big fight scene, normally a scene takes about 2 hours if it's quick, 3 to 4 if it's hard. And because you have to shoot different angles, but because I got wet, we couldn't finish an angle and then turn and do the other angle. We had to shoot up until the bathtub one angle, turn to do the other angle, then do the wet part, get dry. I had like 4 people with hair dryers on me. Stars, they're just like us. And anyway, it took about 8 hours. It was a really hard episode. Wow. Emotionally, I have not myself had a miscarriage, but so many of my friends have. It's a real common thing. And I was glad that we made it accessible in a way, that people are talking about it, that it happens. And I don't know, it was good. It was a really hard episode to film.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Someone just said I was awesome in the bathtub. Thank you.
I like that you're in the bathtub drinking wine.
That's right. I'm also in a bathtub now.
It's completely fine. We have another question. Which other show in the Wolf world would you like to cross over to?
I mean, I think I'm hilarious, as does my mother. So I feel like Chicago Fire, there's like a lot more jokes. Derek has given me a couple opportunities to be on the show, and I always have so much fun on it. So although I never get to make the jokes, I'm more like the straight man, and they're like my last episode, David Eigenberg was like really funny, and I'm like, that's not the way we do it. That's not the way we do it.
You're like, cops can't laugh.
Yeah, I was like, no. Yeah, he's like,
that's true.
Just tie him up, and I'm like, no.
That's true. Usually when any of the cops show up on fire, they're like, no jokes. Like,
no
we got to get this stuff done.
Someone just called me beautiful. Just FYI.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Even in the bathtub quarantine, someone thinks I'm pretty.
Another person, Chai Hard, said you'd be amazing on Law & Order SVU. Maybe you should pop over there.
I do feel like when I started my career, I thought like for sure I would be like a lawyer or a DA. I did not think Chicago Cop was coming my way, but I'm super excited. I love my job and I love my role. So
absolutely. Some people want to know who you are shipping on the show besides your own ship.
I feel like I ship Voight with anyone at this point. Like the man has got something, like a cat. I mean, anything. Like just like something to love.
I know he's had a lot of loss.
I mean, don't you feel like if he had like someone to go home to at night, he might be like, I don't know. Just a little more relaxed.
That would be so sweet. Actually, we got to get that to happen. Who is the biggest prankster on set, or the person that breaks the most?
Tracy breaks the most. Jesse's the biggest prankster on set. But Jesse is, like I'm saying, like Jesse is a 14-year-old prankster. These are not elevated, and I love Jesse. These are not like he thinks about like, oh, the long game. No, it's like he'll like hit you in the knees and you'll fall and he'll like run away. He's 14.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. We have one person that's asking if you think Kevin will ever find love, because you guys had a very close relationship and you still do. I really want to see Atwater finding love.
I just saw that. I think it was Priscilla who said that. I don't know. Speak in Italian, please. I can't. Mi chiamo Marina. Sto bene. Sta bene. No, I don't even know it. You know, he deserves love as well, but I also feel like he's young, he's in a good place, he'll find it. Hank, I'm a little more worried about. Like, come on, time's running out, let's go.
I love it. I love it. I have this question a lot from Ellie Slate. Do you have a favorite episode that you have to film? Do you have one that stands out to you?
Well, to be honest, so I think my mom, I'm from New York. So my mom flew in. So when I have a really heavy episode, I can't really be mom at all. So my mom flies in and helps me. And she had flown in because the next episode was like this amazing episode about Burgess. And I was really looking forward to that. Written by Gwen, one of my favorite writers. I really liked the warehouse episode with Roman many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun to film because it was like a play almost. We shot it in sequence, which we never do. So that was really fun.
Nice. Some people are asking, I'm getting a lot of there's a lot of ways you can ask questions on this and in a separate section. I don't know if you know that. So there's a little hidden section that I can see.
I know that it looks like there's hearts coming out of my wine glass, which I appreciate.
I love that.
Somebody just said my comedy show on YouTube called Special Skills Show was funny. Just a little plug. And I thank you for watching that.
That's awesome. I love that.
Haley and Jay are going to be endgame. I don't know, man. Oh, I forgot. In the next episode, the one we didn't film, there was something with Haley and Jay. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll happen now.
I know I might have a little bit of insight coming up soon on that. So I'm excited about that.
Rick, the showrunner, said, because I was kind of upset about losing the episode. It was so good. And Patty knew I was upset, and he texted Rick, the showrunner, and he said that they'll probably be the first 3 episodes of next year. So
right. I think that's what the hope is.
Yeah.
How have you been talking to a lot of the cast or crew during this time of you guys being off?
Last night I FaceTimed with Tracy, and it froze at the end of our call. And her face was in a very awkward position, and I screenshot it. So I have that forever, Tracy. What else? It's like this thing like bye, and it was. I saw Jesse on the street. We waved at each other. It was kind of sad, but I've talked to him more. I actually talked to, and then I talked to Patty, and we live near each other, so we balcony shouted at each other a couple times.
Oh, nice! Yeah, he was our first guest on here, so
I saw.
I was watching. So nice, so nice. That's nice that you guys are all kind of keeping in touch during this time, because it must be a little weird. Like, how did you kind of feel when you found out, like, we're not gonna be able to finish this season? Were you bummed?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of happened like little by little, and then all of a sudden. So I feel like it wasn't like didn't have any preparation. I didn't know this was happening. I kind of felt like, I don't know. It also still doesn't feel very real. I mean, I'm super social quarantining from my mom because my mom is with me, and I have a kid, but it just kind of feels like it's going to be over soon. And then I read things and it's not. And then I get depressed. So I try not to dwell.
I know. It's tough. But I mean, at least we have another episode coming up. Is there anything you can tease about tomorrow night's finale?
Yes, but can I just answer one question?
Of course. Go ahead.
2 things. One person just asked me what the first thing I'm going to do with quarantine after quarantine's over. I know this is so stupid. Everyone's like hug their friend and everything, but I miss the normalcy of like going to get my iced coffee and then going to the gym. Like, I really just want to go to La Colombe and get my iced coffee and walk to the gym. That's really, I'm like so looking forward to that. Okay. It is so this episode was actually supposed to be last week's.
Right.
And they flipped it because it's what our season finale was going to be about. Ooh, the wine's kicking in. It's really happening now. It's happening now. Sorry.
Fine.
So it's this, basically LaRoyce's character, Atwater, goes against the code of blue. And we've never really seen that. We all sort of like, Voight's always telling us kind of not to, even though it compromises our integrity, and LaRoyce doesn't. And it really going to have ramifications for the crew, I think, in seasons to come as well.
Wow, nice. I'm excited for a powerful one. I mean, I feel like a lot of them are powerful, but it'll be good to end on a powerful note.
It's a good one. I mean, I was in the background watching LaRoyce do it the whole time, and I was so proud of him.
Oh, that's so nice. We have a few quarantine questions.
Okay, let me just give a shout out to Sophia. It's her birthday today. Someone just said it was their birthday.
So nice. I love that you're reading the comments. Not everybody reads
I'm
them.
trying. I'm getting dizzy.
I know I'm getting so many separate ones too. I have 66 questions in here. And a lot of them, I know everyone wants shout outs. Everyone, of course, I know.
Yeah.
So many fans. What is something that you are doing during the quarantine that makes you smile that maybe other people could do that could make them smile? Or just something you do. Maybe not what other people should do.
I have been cooking a lot. I signed up for the New York. I'm not like a cook, but I signed up for the New York Times cooking app, which is a really accessible app, which I find when you're cooking, sometimes I'm like midway through a recipe and I'm like, wait, where did the salt go? And I'm like, no, it's really great. And I've been like the homemade brownies. I'll show you. They're gonna look
the brownies.
Oh yeah, I'm baking. I mean, there's 3 left.
You're like, I've eaten the whole thing.
Here's what I'm not doing, and honestly, I'm eating a lot of Pringles and Cheez-Its, and I'm not being actress healthy. I'm not like, I'm really just eating because it's a nice comfort and figure like, yeah, I'll get in shape when this is over. Like, I'm really just having a good time eating everything.
That's okay. Eating.
I got a jumbo can of Pringles. I mean, the jumbo. It's like the size of an arm, Emily.
I'm gonna need to go buy some. I don't know if I can order them. I doubt they're probably sold out online.
Yeah, no, I took them. Amazon's last huge order.
Yeah, totally sold out. What do you miss most about working and like being on set in general?
I love my cast. I really like hanging out with them. It's even when it's boring, we're just all together. We have so much fun. Like, and I wanted to be an actor my whole life, so it's like I get to do what I love. I really miss it, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to have a job. I'm lucky to have a job to go back to, and I realize that that's a really blessed thing, and I don't take it for granted. So I'm excited. Absolutely. To be able to go back.
Totally. Yeah. We have some couple questions here I want to grab before we go.
Someone's asking me what kind of wine am I drinking. I don't know.
Very
whatever bottle was closest. It's like I ordered a case, man. This is a crazy times.
Oh my goodness. Oh, here's a good one. What other job would you do if you weren't an actor?
I would write. We've been talking a little bit about writing. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been writing too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been writing, and it's I love doing it. It's hard. I write comedies with my comedy partner Patrick Webb, and then I sell them. So that's awesome. What I do. Yeah,
I love that. Someone wants to know the best part about filming in Chicago.
The 3 months that it's really nice. the 2.9 months is. I born and raised in New York, and I love Chicago. I've come to really love it. I was resisting it at first, but it's a vibrant city. There's enough to do, and it's really fun. I don't know. I really love it.
I love that.
I'm Bex's queen. I don't know if you knew that. I'm her queen. It's just
I think you're many people's queen. Let me tell you.
Bex is just
I love it so much. People are asking what your comedy show is called. You might want to remind them of that.
It's on YouTube. Patty stars in it, Monica Raymond, Amy Mouch. It's called The Special Skills Show.
I love it. I love it so much. One person asked me, do you ever film at the original station in Chicago anymore?
We haven't, actually, no.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I've been to your set. It's not a station. It's a set.
Yeah. The exterior, we do sometimes. I remember the last time I think I, kissed Patty's character, and then it was never mentioned again in the script ever. But we haven't done it in a long time. It might happen. It's not to say that it won't.
Awesome. Well, usually I end this by asking the first thing you want to do after quarantine, but you already answered it.
I'm sorry. I jumped around. You're
allowed to. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Let me see. I'll pick a good last question from a fan. We still have so many. I know. Ooh.
Oh.
Something happening with my camera here. All right.
Someone just said if Birdstead is a possible ship. I think you meant as a friendship.
I mean, hey, we could go anywhere.
So here's something funny. I know this isn't a question, but can I say something?
Of course, go for it.
I remember at the first Dick Wolf dinner, one of the writers asked me, who do you think your character would go with? Would they go with Jesse's character or Patty's character? And Jesse contests this. He says, I didn't like him. But I think Jesse didn't like me in the beginning. Like, we weren't exactly jiving. And so I was like, maybe Jesse's character, because we don't really like each other. But now we're so close. And it didn't work. So I got Patty, and I'm happy.
I love that. That is so funny. Okay, my last thing. Someone asked if you had any say and if you would ever want to go back and do an episode as a beat cop again. Because if you had any say of you moving over.
I would love to be a beat cop again. Oh, I am. In the episode we didn't film, it's Jesse and I on the beat. We're in uniform.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we'll see it next season.
Yeah, hopefully Jake and Kate will ride again. I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad we did this. You can come back anytime you want to. We're doing this 3 times a week. I'm
talking to people is such a joy right now. I'm like, so tomorrow, are we doing this tomorrow? Please, can we
I'll
do
be
this
here
tomorrow?
See, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for people to see the finale tomorrow too. It's a really good one. So
Lawrence really kills it. It really sets up the next sort of where the show is going. It's very poignant. It has a lot to do. The cops aren't all good in this episode. The cops aren't all bad. It's really gray water. So gray water. It's really gray water for Atwater. Yeah.
Marina, thank you so much. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh wait. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.